This is Dan Brown, and I'm working on another US made barrel. Manufacturer is unknown, but it's US made. I'm going to zoom in. But the cartridge on these US made barrels, the cartridge rim is stopping on the sharp edge on the top of the chamber. And it's not supposed to do that. So you can see how the rim is keeping that round from dropping into the chamber even further because of the sharp edges here. So I'm going to remove those sharp edges, and then we're going to compare how much that actually drops inside the chamber. Okay, the sharp edges have been removed, and now dropping the cartridge into the chamber. And as you can see, it drops too far into the chamber, and this will definitely cause light primer strikes. So your firing pin cannot reach the primer. And as you can see, the rim is no longer being contacted by the sharp lip on the chamber opening. And I polished this just to show this fact. Before I even polish, what I need to do is I remove material off the face here. I cut the extractor slot even deeper, and then I'll even recontour the feed ramp. I polished it here, but I still need to cut it on the lathe. And the cartridge is actually stopping inside the chamber, not where it should be on the raised, on the front of the casing. It's actually stopping on the lands inside the bore right here. It's not correct, but it will still function reliably. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on to the mill and the lathe, and then cut the face and the ramp of this chamber properly, and then polish it. BZ61 barrel modifications are complete. So lathe work, the milling machine, the polishing, and of course on each US made barrel, I knurl and then dress down with a file to get the proper interference fit. These are all undersized in these areas, and that's where people press the barrel in, tap it in, push it in sometimes with their hand. They pin it. No matter how well you pin it, if you don't have a good press fit, especially when you've got a silencer and you're torquing on it, your barrel gets loose in the trunnion. I've fixed countless of these barrels. So especially if you have threads, knurling is a must on these US made barrels. They're all undersized, either in both areas or in one area. So again, I knurl and then dress down to the proper OD, outside diameter, with a file, and this is good to go. So drop the cartridge in, and you can see the rim is not even close to touching. I just polished it just a little bit. You can see where I knocked it down quite a bit. And the, as mentioned before, the cartridge is not stopping on the case mouth. It's actually stopping on the lands. That's the raised rifling inside your bore. So it's stopping there. Not proper, should not do that. But this is the only way to make these US made barrels actually fit and function reliably. So, as you can see, not only did I have to remove material off the chamber face, but as mentioned before, the extractor relief cut has been deepened, and then the lower lip here has also been deepened. Otherwise, you'd have the lower lip and the bolt face contacting that if I didn't do that. And then polished the feed ramp. So now this is a good to go barrel, and it's ready for installation.